Hey everyone, I'm Josh of JHS Pedals, and after making guitar effects for 10 years, there's one thing I know for sure. Guitarists need a lot of tones, and we want to sound like a lot of different players, and we end up with large pedal boards and rigs that are big and hard to maintain. But what if I told you the solution to that problem has been right in front of you your whole life? What if that solution was a common household item? Well, in 1880, Thomas Edison refined a modern technology that forever changed civilization. And today, it's going to change your guitar tone. It's going to change the way you approach guitar. And it all started with an idea. The bulb. The bulb is the world's first ever filament-driven, all-analog signal path effects processor. It has a standard 1/4-inch input jack, our exclusive red remote mode, which allows you to change between 2 carbon filament settings within your bulbs. Then it has a small trim pot. That's the volume, a master volume you could call it, and it changes the internal heat source of the bulb. Then on the top we have the super versatile expression control. It changes the efficiency of the gas within the bulb as it increases around the bulb filament diameter. This allows for more transparency, a truer tone, better low end, less harsh high end, and a smooth mid-range that you're only going to find in the JHS bulb. We have standard bypass, 1/4-inch output, and XLR output like many of our other pedals. You can use this as a direct box on the fly or a studio preamp to really light up your signal. Then there's the bulb socket. It's made with a special hydrogen washed polymer. We source these new old stock parts from a warehouse in Germany. They're amazing. The contact of the bulb with the socket brings pure voltage into the bulb, resulting in the purest tone you've ever heard in your guitar rig. Let's listen to some different tones that the bulb has to offer. I'm going to be using my number 36 Elliott Tone Master and a Jackson Ampworks Britain. We're going to use some different bulbs. We're not going to get into fancy, new old stock expensive bulbs that have to be sourced. We're going to use run-of-the-mill hardware department store bulbs. We're going to start with a standard nightlight bulb that you saw earlier. Not every bulb is the same, and that's the beauty of this pedal. This standard ceiling fan bulb, it reacts very different. It has a different filament texture that reacts with the carbon gases inside, very buoyant in nature, and you'll hear that. So here's the bypass tone. Next, we're going to listen to this decorative halogen bulb. It has some interesting coefficiencies between the neon gases and the carbon filament. And actually the texture of the glass is rippled. And what you're going to hear is the modulation of the light and heat source coming through your amp. It's pretty spectacular. Now let's listen to this reissue Edison bulb. It holds up to the originals that we have here in the shop. And this sound is as close as you can get to true vintage rock and roll. Next, we're going to listen to this modern LED floodlight made by Cree. It is unbelievable what happens when you run this at 220 volts. The LEDs are pushed to the edge. They're almost gone, but what happens is extraordinary. Now we're going to listen to a standard jumbo interior bulb. It's krypton lined with a different filament setting, and the carbon creates an amazing octave down effect. This is definitely the biggest sound you can get out of this unit. Thanks for watching. The new JHS bulb can take your tone out of the dark ages. Visit your favorite online retailer or your local dealer. Go by, check it out. Have a great day.